What's up YouTube, Jim from Backyardist TV here. Today I'm going to talk about Twitch and streamers and burnout and pushing too hard. So I've been seeing, especially in the new year, a lot of people on Twitter, in my Twitch chat, on Discord, talking about, getting involved in streaming. And, I've had people send me private messages saying, look, I've just started my stream, I'm ready to rock and roll, all I need is a big host to get me to go to partner. Just for a laugh, I've clicked on these people's channels and they have no followers. I've actually watched them stream for 5 minutes and they're just sitting there, plonked there, playing game, video out of sync, shockingly. The mentality is that they're going to be partners, which is fine. It's good to have a dream, but you need to be realistic. On Twitter, in chat, we've been speaking a lot about people getting burnt out, people pushing way too hard, thinking that something magical will just happen. If I just push myself a little bit more, it'll happen. Now, to become a Twitch partner, you need to work or get extremely lucky. So park the luck element, because that's just bullshit, right? Let's just park it. You need to work, but at the same time, you got to be realistic and realize that if you don't put in that hard work, it's not just going to happen overnight. For me, it took 4 years? 4 years and 1 day to become a Twitch partner. Now people can do it in a couple months. It's a much different, it's a very different environment now than it was when I started. But it still took a long time, and you cannot have as your primary goal, right, to become partnered with X game or Twitch partnered or whatever, or get a sponsorship deal. That cannot be your goal. If it is, you're going to get knocked back, because everyone gets knocked back, okay? Everyone gets knocked back, and when you do get knocked back, it's going to kick you in the guts. And there are those who accept it and it drives them to go further, and then there are those who just get down in the dirt, down in the dumps, and just, that's it. They crack it and they move on. The other thing that I want to touch on is people going way too hard and sacrificing pretty much their entire life. Look, the Twitch game is a tough grind. Specifically, the hours that you stream, it makes it tough. Most people who start out this, they've got a full-time job. They come home from work and they start their stream, and they'll be streaming, throughout the evening, which means you don't have much time to socialize, be with your significant other, relax, go to the gym, whatever. You don't have that time anymore because you're streaming. So you need to be aware of what it entails to actually do this streaming thing. If you are doing it for anything other than a hobby, unscheduled hobby, when you just, I feel like streaming, I'll do it today, that's fine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those who are trying to do it seriously, have a lockdown schedule. You need to think about all these other things, okay? I keep hearing over and over people who are just starting out and they're talking about partnership. If you're talking about partnership and you've been doing this for a week, you're doing it wrong, okay? There's so many things you need to get right. You need, and think of it. Click on anybody's channel, go to any directory, go down to the bottom of the directory, and click on anyone's channel there with 2 viewers. Have a look and watch them, and then go back and watch your VODs. Now, if you see similarities, that's what you need to work on. That's what you need to focus on. Once you get that right, once you actually become a streamer and not just some plonk sitting there playing a video game quietly, talking to nobody, right? If you go into one of these channels and you say hello in their chat and they don't respond, and the chat isn't moving and they don't respond, that means they're not streaming, they're playing a video game. They're not looking at their chat, they're not waiting for an interaction, they're playing a video game, right? So you cannot, if your VOD looks anything like that, there's your problem. Now, I don't want to discourage anyone, because, the more people that stream, and the more people, when I say stream, I mean quality streams, more people that do it, the more chance they're going to introduce new viewers to the channel, to the platform as a whole. And, it's good for everybody. The better Twitch does, the better we all do. But I also want to make sure that people, especially those who I know and I care about, aren't just blindly running in thinking they're going to be millionaires, because it's not going to happen. Just park that idea. It's just not going to happen. You know, it might if you're very lucky. But as far as the really high-end Twitch channels, there's a handful of them, you know, compared to the vast number of 0 channels and the whole chunk of the middle channels. That's why I live in that middle channel area. My channel isn't fantastic, but we've got a great community. It's small. It doesn't pay the bills, in fact. I've been running on negative income for 9 months now. I've been eating into my savings for 9 months. And some might look at my channel and go, oh, well, he's doing pretty well on Twitch. So just remember that it's not all, you know, rainbows and lollipops and all that. You got to work and you got to be willing to sacrifice. And people see all the sugar-coated great things that are available, and they don't realize the amount of work and the amount of sacrifice. That sacrifice, keep coming back to it. That's the big thing. You know, you have to give up your evenings if you're doing it overnight. Or if you're doing it during the day and you don't have a job, right? You're giving up your time that you could be doing other things to put in the effort. So if you are willing to put in that hard work and accept that it's going to take a couple years to push on through, great. But remember, even at that point, it doesn't necessarily pay the bills. You know, I've got a mortgage, I've got freaking bills, I've got, you know, the taxman breathing down my throat. You know, so it doesn't automatically, ooh, his partner now, and away he goes off, you know, all things are sorted. It doesn't work that way. So just keep that in mind. And if you are serious about streaming and you are committed to doing it, don't focus on the goal. Focus on the journey, focus on building your community, focus on improving your stream. Get the basics right. The rest will eventually, I know it sucks, everyone says it, you know, the rest will fall into place, but it takes time. And just, you know, really accept that it's going to take some time. I mean, there's so many success stories that are really quick and they smashed it out in a few months, but just as quickly as it can turn up, it can go away, right? So you need to be prepared for the ups and the downs, right? I know this video sounds like a big bummer and that's not what I wanted, but I think it's important that people hear it and sort of let it sink in that, you know, it's a tough slog. It's a tough slog. And yeah, look, if you do want to talk about streaming advice or anything like that, I do have a streaming discussion channel on my Discord. I'll leave the links in the description. Feel free to jump in the Discord channel, ask some questions. It's not a place for self-promotion. Again, I'm going to do a whole nother, I can't believe I have to do this, but I'm going to do another video on streamer etiquette, because we all talk about streamer etiquette, and where is it? Nobody seems to know it. People, I'm gonna leave it. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Like I say, if you do want to jump in that Discord channel, links in the description. Feel free to jump across, and there's a streaming discussion channel. Feel free to post any questions, or you know, if you got any concerns, you're going through something and you want to talk about it, feel free to jump in there, and you know, I'll give you my 2 cents and see if we can help you through. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.